Hello everyone, I wanted to do a quick video on the fish flingers bait and tackle. It can be a little bit confusing here and there, so I'm just going to try to go over it, a little bit explanation, and see if I can get it to stick. Basically, the first thing that if you don't have Alt-1, the first thing you're going to want to do is download Alt-1. If you don't want to use a third-party app like Alt-1, we're going to go ahead and walk through the long process of figuring out the bait. First thing I would start off with is your hook. Whenever you select a hook, it'll give you one of three options. You have 0%, 16%, or 33%. Now my value right now is 100%, and I'm going to adjust this hook. This slim hook is the one that I need to get 100% rating. This 100% rating matters in catching big fish, catching fish fast, etc., etc. That's how you get more points in fish flingers. Let's say I go over here to the bone, or to the wooden hook here. My percentage is going to drop 33%. I'm going to start catching at 66. Boom. It's going to give me a new reference because I'm using Alt-1. Basically, if I switch this over to bone, I'm still going to get 0%, because that 0% means that it is neither one of these, and it is, well, I don't know about this one yet. Whenever I select on this, it'll also be 0%. The reason why is two hooks share a percentage. This bone hook and this wood hook share percentage. If it is neither, it will be 0. If it is one of them, it'll be 16. And if you have the wrong one and it's one of them, it'll be 16. If you have the right one, it'll be 33%. If you select on one of these and your percentage still has not gone up at all, this double and this big or large, they share a percentage. So if you are still getting 0, it is on either one of these, it is 0. You will not get either one of these as your hook. So you're going to want to switch over to one of these. If it changes by 16%, it's going to go up to 86, I think, roughly. 89 maybe. 83, sorry. Once it switches to 83%, I know now that this is the 16% hook. This hook will be the 33% hook. This is the one I need. It's very similar for the bait. The green matches the butterflies or moths. They match the shrimp, and the crayfish match the locust, and the cricket match. Then the cricket and the yellow maggots, they match because of the color. So it's either going to be color or exact representation. That one's not as difficult. Same thing. Going to go through the process of elimination. Oh, it's not this one. I lost 33%. Is it this one? Here, let me cast. It's that one. Yeah, so that's 100%. If it's that one, it'll be 83%. Okay, I know it's this one. The weights are a little bit different. When it comes down to the weights, I almost always start with the middle one, because if it's 0%, it's not going to be 1, it's not going to be 3. I can move on to the 3 higher. So it's going to be 3. It's going to be either 4, 5, or 6. When it comes down to that, it's basically just moving it up 1 or 2 to figure out if the percentile changes. Now, whenever you start off, you're not going to have 100% most likely. You're most likely going to have 16 or 50 or 83%. With that being the case, you're going to have to slowly work your way to different hooks. Okay, your hooks are good or your hooks are bad, you switched it, your percentage changed. Then to the baits, up or down, whatever they are, your percentage changed, you're going to want to go ahead and go with that. And then finally, the weights. If you find the weights easier, go ahead and do those, but it's most likely easier to get rid or get through the baits before you move on to the weights. Hopefully that general explanation kind of sums up the percentages of those. I know it's kind of, difficult to understand what I'm saying. I might not be explaining it the best way, but once you start doing it, it makes it a little bit easier. Practice makes perfect with almost everything. I am going to end this video now, though, and have another video coming out very shortly about